Welcome to Spiritual Minefield. Today we're going to look at proof of a pre-trib rapture. Okay, so we're going to look at here 2 Peter chapter 2, verses 5 through 9. So let's look at that. If he did not spare the ancient world when he brought the flood on its ungodly people, but preserved Noah, a preacher of righteousness, among the eight, if he condemned the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah to destruction, reducing them to ashes as an example of what is coming on the ungodly, and if he rescued Lot, a righteous man, distressed by the depraved conduct of the lawless, for that righteous man living among them day after day was tormented in his righteous soul by the lawless deeds he saw and heard. If all this is so, then the Lord knows how to rescue the godly from trials and to hold the unrighteous for punishment on the day of judgment. So we see here that he gave examples of Noah and Lot, that God went and rescued these righteous men from God's destruction. So God came and rescued them, because he was bringing judgment on the world that was completely godless, that completely rejected God. So we see here that God does not judge the righteous and the wicked alike. He separates them. Because if you're righteous, why would God judge you? Why would God bring condemnation to you? Now, let's look at the Greek word here. You see this word right here, judgment? So this is what it means in the Greek. The Greek word for judgment is krisis. That's where we get the word for crisis. It means condemnation or justice. So why do we believe that God will send the righteous in the great tribulation and judge the righteous and the wicked alike? Why would God condemn the righteous with the wicked? Why? That makes no sense. If you go to Genesis, Abraham was speaking to the Lord when the Lord was sending two angels to rescue Lot. And Abraham said, how can a God so righteous condemn the righteous with the wicked? Far be it from that, a righteous God to do such a thing. And God agreed. God said, if I find 50 righteous, I will not condemn them. And he went not only 50, but he went all the way down to 10. So then you say, but he still condemned Sodom and Gomorrah. But what did he do before he condemned those two cities? He went to Sodom and he sent two angels to rescue Lot. So the moment Lot was rescued from the city of Sodom, guess what? There was no more righteous person in that city. Now God could destroy it. You see, here is the same thing in 2 Peter. It says in verse 9, if all this is so, then the Lord knows how to rescue the godly from trial and to hold the unrighteous for punishment on the day of judgment. And here judgment, if we go here to Revelation chapter 6, we're going to read verses 9 and 10. And it says, when the Lord opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of those who have been slain for the word of God and for the testimony they had upheld. And they cried out in a loud voice, how long, O Lord, holy and true, until you avenge our blood and judge those who dwell upon the earth? Now this is already in the middle of the great tribulation. And here the saints who got killed for their faith in Jesus Christ were saying, Lord, when are you going to judge them? And God was in the process of judging them through his plagues, the seals, the trumpets, and the bow. So this is a reference here of judgments, a reference of the great tribulation. So when you go back to 2 Peter, here is referring to only the unrighteous gets judged. So then what does that tell you? Very simple. That if God only judges the unrighteous, that means that the righteous before the great tribulation is going to rapture the church. Those who are righteous will not go through judgment. Those who are righteous will be spared from the great tribulation. Let me ask you a question. If you have 4 kids, 2 are very bad and 2 are very good. When you're going to discipline the 2 who are very bad, are you also going to discipline the 2 who are very good, who listen to you and obey you, with the ones that do not listen to you? Are you going to punish the good with the bad? Absolutely not. If you who are good parents know that a good kid doesn't get punished, but the bad kid does, why do you think that God is going to punish the righteous with the wicked? That makes no sense. And here very clearly it says, if all this is so, then the Lord knows how to rescue the godly. See, rescue. How is God going to rescue us? Through the rapture. from trials and to uphold the unrighteous for punishment on the day of judgment. What is the day of judgment? The great tribulation. So this is very clear. 2 Peter chapter 2, verses 5 to 9 teaches a pre-trib rapture. Thank you for listening.